Hello, my name is Margaret Adele, and welcome to another indie book review. And do you hear that? Do you hear that? That is the sound of me crushing it. Because not only have I done a great job lately of catching up on my many review books, but now I am part of a thing. That's right, I have finally made it into an indie author's blog tour. Finally, I have wanted to do this for so long, and then I never remembered to get to the book on time. So, today, I am going to review Labors of Stone by E.M. Harding, but I am not the only person that's going to be talking about this book in the upcoming days. From today until the 23rd of November, so 17th to the 23rd, this book is going to be popping up across platforms from, yes, YouTube to also Instagram and TikTok. I'm really excited to see TikTok being used more for books. And there's also going to be an event where the author is going to be holding a panel with some other authors. Last I checked, the actual roster had not been set, so I'm not going to actually talk about other names on there. But if you are interested in learning more about this book and in general a chat with indie authors, the link to that event, again on the 20th of November, will be down in the description below. Please make sure to check everyone out and go see some of the other reviews on other places. I am really happy to be part of a thing. Now, on to the review. So, Labors of Stone by E.M. Harding is an MLM novella with a twist. It has a secret. Now, this is nothing new to the author. I reviewed her book Moon Sitting, which also had a nice giant twist to it, and I very much like that book, but then again, I love sci-fi. And this one, I realized fairly early on that there was like a thing. You know, like when you're reading a book and a thing comes up and the character like comes up with an explanation that basically kind of suits it and walks away and you're like, nope, that was a thing. And then once I realized there was a thing, I started looking for more clues, and sure enough, just a couple throwaway references. A couple little quips that if you're not looking for the thing, you'd probably miss. And so I figured out the big thing in this book, probably before the halfway mark, honestly. Now, I've said this before in a million book reviews. That doesn't bug me. Having a reveal or a plot twist or anything like that I can guess when I am actively searching for it is not a bad thing, and I find it kind of stupid to consider that a bad thing, because what you are asking for is basically an unintelligible book that's constantly trying to outsmart you, and that makes no sense. So, if you want it to be a complete surprise, just don't look too hard, and if you're like, ooh, I want to figure out the mystery, you can figure it out by reading closely, and that's a good reveal. But of course, because it has this giant reveal, I think it's actually like on the page, maybe 2/3 of the way through. I can't really talk about it in depth without spoiling the book, and I would like other people to have the chance to figure it out for themselves. So let's focus on the actual relationship. Our protagonist is Ephra, and he is a grump. A very British grump. This is a very British book, in case the U in the word labors in the title did not give that away. But he is, ironically, a romance novelist that hates romance. And I loved that. A romance novel featuring a romance novelist that hates romance. It was chef's kiss. And he's also got like a little bit of that self-important shtick where he's like, I have written this 100,000 word epic tome of literary majesty, but no one wants it. They only want the poor romance books. I was not trying to do any kind of British accent there. That just kind of popped out. And his publisher keeps pushing him for another book, and he's just recycling the same plot lines. Well then, while taking a walk through this lovely park area, he's talking to birds as you do, and he stumbles across a man looking for his snake. That's not a euphemism. There's literally a snake. Her name is Styx. I think that's a great name for a snake. Why don't more people name their snake Styx? Like, I know everyone's like, oh, it's pasta, it's noodle, it's linguine. Go for the hipster snake name. Regardless, it's hysterical because Ephra realizes it's a meet cute as it's happening, because, you know, romance novelist, and his internal monologue is like, no, crap, why? But like, Ron is really cute. So like, sure, let's go with this. And I love Ron. He is such a cinnamon roll. Maybe you can call him a himbo. And he's just the most adorable man. And he is the perfect foil to Ephra's very adorable grumpness. And I think at one point, Ephra literally calls himself a grump. Now, obviously, because this is a novella, they fall in love very quickly. There's not a lot of time spent between the actual meet and like getting together, and the actual let's live together for a hot minute for plot reasons part came very quickly and had none of the angst that you usually get, where it's like when you get to that point and one of the pair is like, oh, I don't know, it's too soon, like, oh, maybe we can make it work, and then they're like, no, let's just continue. Now, here's the part where I'm going to try to talk about like the ending third of the book in the most vague way, because it was a good twist. I liked that I had the clues to figure it out beforehand, but part of it was also the reason I took off a star. And I am like racking my brain to think of exactly how to word this to explain why it lost a star while also not revealing anything. And it's trickier than you might think. Suffice to say, the big climactic scene post-reveal when everything is out felt resolved a little too quickly for how severe the stakes are, and Ephra, our main character, after revealing some things, or some things were revealed to him, made his peace with it real quick. Like there was next to no angst about it. He's like, oh, that was a thing, that is a thing. And it has moved on really quickly. I kind of get where the birds come in, because it's like early on, for whatever reason, the birds just like Ephra, and they're trying to explain why birds like Ephra post-reveal. And I don't know that I really felt like it was the greatest explanation. Suffice to say, I liked the reveal, but the resolution post-story of the reveal was really quick. It's like, reveal, all right, now wrap it up. And I was like, no, go back. Let's draw this out a little bit more. Let's delve into the ramifications of this reveal. So that's why that it lost a star, because I was like, I needed this to be examined more closely in reference to how it affects the way Ephra views himself and the relationship. And in general, I liked the concept. The execution could use a little bit more length for me. But once again, I, in general, tend to prefer longer books. I am currently at the point where, unless it is a short story from an author I trust, or like a short story collection or something, I tend to not read anything, especially romances, under 200 pages anymore. I find them to be way too quick to be satisfying in general. Thankfully, aside from the reveal, the romance did feel solid. The romance was basically already established before the reveal happened, so it wasn't like they were relying on the reveal to solidify things. And they are an adorable couple, and you see why they're doing so well together. You know, everyone's favorite dynamic of Sunshine and Grump meeting each other. And in general, I would definitely highly recommend this one. I gave it 4 stars. Again, the reveal could have gone a little bit more looked into with that climax scene, but I am also very much a stickler for the endings of books. In my mind, you gotta land it perfectly to get that 5 star. Regardless, if you would like to check this one out and find out the reveal for yourself, I would definitely suggest that. And once again, be sure to check out the event link in the description below. And I believe if you go to the author social media, there will be a banner with all of the accounts and sites that the other parts of the blog tour will be taking place on. It will run through the 17th to the 23rd. And I hope you check all of those other channels out, because anyone who puts in effort to getting indie books out there should see some engagement back, I think. And with nothing else to say, I hope you have a wonderful day and a marvelous tomorrow.